Scotchy Bourbon Boys, raisins in hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun.
Show it to you. Here it goes.
Okay, you ready, Martin? So you're drinking Old Carter, brother. We're gonna sample this.
There you go. That's the 15 year, right?
It is.
You got it in front of your glass. All right, here we go. Facebook. Let's go.
I got a lot of peanuts.
He gets a lot of peanuts. Where the hell did that come from?
All right, here we go. Let's go to Reels. Watch this one. All right, so you guys. I mean, we got like the same three guys, but it was on YouTube. All right, I couldn't put it on Facebook, because you can't put consuming alcohol on your reels. So, but
What is it? William LaRue Weller. I've never had this before. Ever.
You're like Charlie in the chocolate factory. I've never had this before. Oh, please, mister.
It's so good.
It's so good. I've had Shandy and I've had George T. Stagg, and the Weller is just so much better. It is so special.
the William LaRue Weller. I mean, it made me cry when I that's why I did the video, because when I first tasted it, I was like, I could cry. It was that good. I was like, holy shit. It's like whiskey and caramel and whiskey and caramel and whiskey and caramel.
Yeah.
And it just like makes you want to cry.
It just goes.
They have it at $60 a pour at Gervasi.
That's what?
What?
They had it for 40 out in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Well, I helped them price it. Because it's like what it's like.
Do we get a Scotchy Bourbon Boys discount?
I did. I reacted to your post on Scotchy Bourbon. All right. Anyways, let's go to get this started. All right, folks. This is a special one. I mean,
Yeah.
for
we
God's
got to do our
sakes.
music.
For God's sakes.
Isn't that a beautiful bottle?
Let's see. Can we get the 15-year right there? We go.
I'm going to sleep with that on some nights. I'm not going to lie. Just put it next to my pillow and hold it.
I mean, for God's sakes, this is the Scotchy Bourbon Boys whiskey tiny 10-minute tasting of fucking 15-year Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve. So here we go. Serious faces.
Dant Crossing, Gethsemane, Kentucky. Timeless hospitality that stirs the spirit. Dant Crossing is a one-of-a-kind destination for unforgettable weddings, memorable corporate events, day trips, and weekend getaways. The pastoral campus is anchored by Log Still Distillery and includes an amphitheater that seats 2,000, a 12-acre lake for fishing, and unique lodging options, creating an immersive experience that's rooted in the community and culture of our little slice of Kentucky. More attractions will open soon at Dant Crossing, including our 21,000 square foot distillery, which we will have the ability to produce 15,000 barrels of spirit each year, a network of wooded walking trails, fully functional private train depot, farm-to-table restaurant, and the Legacy, a premier wedding and events venue. Whether you're looking to host an event, book a stay, or reserve a tasting, we're ready to welcome you. Learn more at dantcrossing.com.
This is Alan Bishop, head alchemist at Spirits of French Lick. Be on the lookout for a brand new bottled and bond Solomon Scott rye whiskey. Made from a mash composed of 65% rye, 35% corn, and 5% victory malt. This 5-year-old 100 proof rye whiskey is a throwback to early 1800s style rye whiskeys of the Ohio Valley. Named after the legendary Daisy Spring Mill distillery owner turned moonshiner Solomon Scott of Paoli, Indiana. Remember, drink responsibly and never drink and drive.
Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, but it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do, we're drinking every brew. Man, we talk some shit, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, raising some hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun. Yeah.
That's
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Martin. Martin's like, hell yeah, mine are.
my
He's not even
unicorn
here.
bottle. Oh my God! Bow down, whiskey. He bows down to you right there. All right, we are the Scotchy Bourbon Boys.
Woohoo!
You just heard Kenny Fuller on our opening. This is Whiskey and Tiny's 10-minute tasting. I'm Tiny,
I'm Whiskey.
and we are part of this 10-minute tasting of Pappy Van Winkle's Family
15.
Reserve 15-year-old.
15.
So you're going to have to read the back of that bottle, and that looks like a bitch and a fuck right there. But at the same time, we are on number 7 tonight of the Whiskey and Tiny's 10-minute
Tasting marathon.
and he finishes it off with freaking Pappy Van Winkle 15-year, which just so you know,
Just so you know,
This
Jeff
is-
had no idea what we were drinking tonight.
I had no,
I've thrown all kinds of crap
no,
at him.
no kidding. What we started, how we've come a long way, baby.
From coffee whiskey.
I'd like to walk a mile in your shoes.
I wear a size 13.
I'm just gonna tell you, the nose on this is like fucking an orgasm.
Yeah. Do you want me to read the bottle or do you want to do this?
I'll read the bottle. We gotta read the bottle. Can you?
Pappy Van Winkle, 15. This is bottled at 107 proof, as all Pappy 15 is.
like Weller 107.
Correct. This is Weller 107 on
On
steroids. We are here to pump you up.
All right.
Also, half our listeners.
No, we got 5. We went up to 5 because we're doing Pappy Van Winkle. What more can
At the age of
hit
18,
the internet and holy shit.
at the age of 18, my grandfather, Julian Pappy Van Winkle, Sr., started working as a salesman for W.L. Weller and Sons Wholesale in Louisville, Kentucky. In 1892, just after he graduated from Center College in Danville, just bought my furniture from Danville, he would be known soon after as one of the finest whiskey makers in the country. This bourbon is a younger expression of one of our famous 20-year-old Pappy Van Winkle family reserves. The whiskey in this bottle was produced according to our exclusive family weeded recipe, and it was especially selected from barrels in the heart of our warehouses here in Kentucky, and that would be at Buffalo Trace in Frankfort. This fine bourbon has remained undisturbed for 15 years to age in deep charred, that's char number 4, heavy oak, untouched by human hands. I'd hope somebody wouldn't put their hands in a bourbon barrel. That'd be gross.
It's marketing, my friend.
Unhurried by time. I am proud to set my family name upon it. And it's signed Julian Van Winkle, President. If anybody has ever had the opportunity to communicate with Julian Van Winkle, shout out to Julian. He is one of the good human beings in the world. As president of Van Winkle, you wouldn't think that he would spend much time with people. My wife, God bless her, and all putting up with me, but she was trying to figure out how to get me a bottle of this before I had one, and she wrote to Julian Van Winkle, and he wrote her back, and they actually sent a couple of emails back and forth. And frankly, I guys started to get a little concerned because I'm not that attractive, but in the end, he ended up being a super nice guy. Really was really nice to her. After the whole thing, she kind of told me about the story and this and that and the other thing. And shout out to Julian Van Winkle. You're quality people.
So did she get a bottle?
No. No, I got a bottle in the secondary market for, we'll just say this is 4 figures. And I like Jeff a lot because he's drinking a half 100 worth of Van Winkle right now.
Oh. So I've only had the 15-year one other time. It was after Super Nash and I completed our executive bourbon stewardship at last year at the Whisky Moonshine University.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards, we went over to the Riverside restaurant that is on the river there in Louisville, where they
Did you go to the brewery or the bourbon bar?
the bourbon.
The bourbon bar.
Right.
Yeah, so they usually have Van Winkle on the shelf.
Well, they did. And we, to celebrate becoming bourbon stewards, Super Nash bought 2
So is that like
pours.
Gopher from the Love Boat?
Super Nash?
No, being a bourbon steward, because he was a ship steward.
It's no, it's not.
So he wasn't like, you're not
He didn't
like
have
a
a
person.
pin. It's more like being Julie.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Well, she was kind of hot for the 70s.
Yeah, that's kind of what we are.
Yeah.
For the 20s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm hot for the heavy part of the cart.
Yep. Anyways, so this is a special bourbon. I'm going to tell you the nose, the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, not the Tiny and Whiskey.
Yeah, 10-minute tasting.
10-minute tasting.
The scale is 25 for the nose,
25 for the taste,
25 for the body,
and 25 for the finish.
and if this body's not worth 25, I don't know what is.
And if you finish with it, God love you.
Wow, isn't that great? I mean, you get some ethanol, but not.
No, I don't get any.
overpower.
There's no ethanol. It's caramel, and it's
just
butterscotch, and it's rich.
That's
chewy.
a great word. It's rich. It's just there's a richness to this that you just don't get in bourbon.
I'm serious. I mean, it's a 25.
Yeah,
No,
I agree.
No, I have not tasted it yet.
Do you want a bib in case you
No, I'll
drip
just
a
pour
little?
that. No,
Yeah, just go and pour it mine. It's a drain pour for Tiny. It's a drain pour. If you put that down the drain, I would punch you in the face.
I would not put it down the drain. I'd pour it back in for you to drink.
I seriously would punch you in the face. Mm.
Wow.
That finish is awesome, isn't it?
Yes. So the nose is intense, and I think Xavier would be a little bit.
I don't think he would love it.
Well, I don't think the nose matches quite the taste. Now, there's a smoky.
We should mention, I think this is a 2021 modeling.
2021?
Yeah.
All right.
So for those of you that don't know, every bottle of Pappy gets a serial number. There's actually a website, because there's so many counterfeits out there, you can check your serial number against known bottle sales. Because once this bottle is empty, it's still worth like $100 because somebody's going to put Antique 107 in it and sell it again. Unfortunately, Buffalo Trace, these foil tops you see on the top, these are the same foil tops that you can buy commercially. There's nothing special about them. They don't say Pappy or anything. So it's a pretty easy bottle to fake. This one is legit because it came from the OHLQ lottery. But And there's now a new safety button that's underneath this top, but that only started with the stuff that came out in 22.
Okay.
So
That's good to know. So let me do this again. You can't see
dude,
it's
this is so
shot.
good. Get a little ethanol.
So I get
Cowtails.
Go ahead.
I get like Getz's or Cowtails, that vanilla caramel candy, but it goes everywhere for me. I mean, it is under the tongue, it is along the sides of the tongue, it is down the center of the palate. Not so much out into the cheeks. It's definitely into my gaps that I have in my gingivitis.
it heads into the cheek.
Yeah, but man, the finish on this is just so good. It is the best finishing bourbon I own.
The nose and the finish are fantastic. They're both 25s.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree.
And the body is a 24. But the taste for me
Yeah.
is a 23.
Really?
Because I get a smoky, oaky taste.
Which you do in the 15.
Right. And once again,
That's not your favorite.
it's not my thing, but I'm going to tell you. Okay, so I give it I just gave Pappy Van Winkle a 90-fucking-7. Somehow that's not something that I would never drink. But if that wouldn't be so smoky oaky, which the 12-year approach is not that smoky oaky.
No, the 12-year doesn't have that. But,
The
but where the
15-year
12-year falls down is it's only 90.
Right, and then
We'll do that the next time I come down with a box of bottles.
okay.
I got a couple bottles of that on the shelf.
Right. So I'm not going to sit here and say that this isn't a fantastic bourbon, but it's not my perfect bourbon. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And to give it now, what do you give this?
So I'm going to give the nose 25 only because it's unique. I've nosed a lot of bourbons with Scotchy Bourbon Boys and with all the bottles I have at home. And there's nothing quite like Pappy 15. Even the 12 does not nose this way, and neither does the Rip. Although I'll tell you, Rip is a lot closer, but it's got a younger smell to it. Which makes sense because it's 10-year instead of 15. The finish is clearly a 25. The finish on this bourbon is exceptional. I would give it 30. I would give it bonus points.
Yeah, the smoky oaky leaves, and then it lasts forever with a caramel vanilla.
The vanilla is so strong.
And the vanilla is like almost like
cream.
That's what you do to make what do you use to make a vanilla? You use vodka, right? To actually make vanilla extract, you use vodka and drop the beans, the beans and the
I have no idea. I've never made vanilla extract.
yeah.
That sounds like something our great
but this is-
grandmothers would have done.
Yeah, but to make
And
that
they're all dead.
but to make that
I got a picture of
you do that, and there's that aspect of that alcohol on that vanilla
Yeah.
that is like a very delicious finish.
Is that not just it's special and it's unique. I'll say if you drink Weller 107, it does not taste this way.
No.
If you drink Weller 12, it does not taste this way. I'll say the Weller 12 is more like this than the 107 is.
Yeah,
If you drink Old Rip, the difference between a 10-year and a 15-year is evident to me. And I know that because I just have Old Rip over the weekend.
uh-huh.
And in preparation for tonight, I may or may not have had Lot B as I was getting ready to leave the house to come to your house, to the man cave. And this is so much better than Lot B. And I think some of it is this is 107 proof and Lot B is 90 proof. And you just don't get the same. It's just not the same. So I thought this was 7. This is 7. We're doing 7 of these.
Yeah, this was 7.
So 25 on the nose, 25 for me on the palate. I'm with you. The body is actually no 25 on the finish. I think the body and the taste for me are kind of like a 22.5. So I'm going to knock 5 points off of the 100. I'm going to give it a 95.
And I give it a 97.
So here's the thing.
96.
What's retail on this bottle? Is this 199?
Oh no.
Is it one? So
Well, okay.
old rip
No,
is
it's one.
89,
15 is
129.
129 because old rip is 79.99. 12-year is 99.99 and 129.99 for 15. And then the 199 is the 20, and the two whatever is the
23 and then 25.
Right.
So I got to tell you, at 129.99, 159.99, 199.99. I mean, this is a special bourbon. At 1,500, 2,500, 3,000. I don't know that I spend the money. I think there are other bourbons that you can buy. I think some people just want to have a bottle of Pappy and stare at it.
Well, I mean,
if you notice, this one's open, and it's open for a reason, because bourbon's not meant to be looked at; it's meant to be drank.
Right. Then there's no doubt about it. It's a delicious,
and it's meant to be shared with
delicious.
friends, right? I mean, obviously,
Yes.
it's not an inexpensive investment, but yeah, when that bottle's gone, I'm not throwing that bottle out.
No.
I'm gonna melt some candle wax on that shit and put like the half stubby candle and stick it in my living room.
Well, I got my Pappy 12 over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you definitely don't forget when you drink Pappy. I won't forget this, and I don't. Forget.
And you know what though, William Weller LaRue is better.
William LaRue Weller.
Yeah, sorry.
I cried on that video, and it was like this without the burnt.
But you can
it was caramel.
You can get William LaRue Weller for $750 in the secondary on a good day.
Right. Oh no, but
$950 on a bad day, and this is $1,500 to $3,000.
But this is about how many bottles they make. Way more of the William LaRue Weller than they do the Pappy.
Yeah.
It's all about distribution and perception. It's just like, for instance, Blanton's. There's no way Blanton's meets the secondary price nor the demand based off of the taste of that whiskey. Now, 1 out of every 5 might, but the other 4,
whatever 5 is pretty special.
Yeah, you can get a special one,
but
still, it's not worth what people go through. You know what I mean? But it still comes down to availability. People can
advertising and mystique. There's a mystique factor. This bottle has a mystique factor of 1,000 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, well, but look at the bottle. It's the coolest fucking goddamn. And you watch the label there is. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
It's literally Julian.
And then the 20 and the 23, same picture, different colors. It's kind of like wacky packages. It's just like you want the marketing of that label. There he is. I mean, you're talking about old Rip Van Winkle, Pappy Van Winkle. You're talking about the Winkles, something that everybody grew up
with a Winkle here and a Winkle there.
Great marketing, but when you have great, so we've talked about this before. I want the whole package, and this is the whole package. I want damn good bourbon.
Yep.
I want fucking amazing labels and marketing, and I love Booker's. It comes in a wooden box. I'm willing to pay for that because
so does my dad and grandpa.
That's how much I love bourbon and playing the bourbon game. I don't want to play the bourbon game for $19.99 or $8.99 Benchmark or whatever. I'll taste it and drink it. But if Benchmark tasted as much as Pappy Van Winkle, I'm still buying Pappy Van Winkle because this is the game piece. And that's what I love about bourbon. Right or wrong, some people tell me I'm full of shit, but that's what I want. I want the whole experience, and Pappy Van Winkle delivers the whole experience. When you get a bottle of this, you've won. You've successfully navigated something that's very hard to get. The marketing on it is fantastic. The labeling is fantastic, and the juice inside is spectacular. A 97 is nothing to. Now, how much you had to pay for that? Some people just like to pay for the game and just outright just pay cash for it, and that's that. They got the money. They don't play the game, but then that's not what it's about, right? They're not playing the part of getting it for the right thing and talking to the people to get it, getting in the lotteries to get it. you're all over. When you get one, it's like you won the fucking Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Your
Well, I
own
gotta tell
Super
you,
Bowl.
when I got the word that this person got this in the OHLQ, I didn't even I'm like, I want it. When can we meet? Is tomorrow too late? I mean, I was there, and I drove across the state.
And you
to
were
pick it up.
nervous.
And I was nervous the whole way there
that it got out of there.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, honestly, Pappy Van Winkle, I think it says everything. It is everything the hype lives up to, I think. The 15. 12, I think it'll be interesting to see next time we do one of these marathons and we put the 12 up to see if it lives up to the hype, because to me it doesn't. But maybe to you it will, because
it's all about personal preference.
It does. That's the beauty of bourbon.
Yeah.
It's
There's
what
things that
you can love
like,
it and I can hate it.
No kidding.
You know?
And I can have
It's
different
kinda like-
opinions of what I want to drink, and you can have different as long
Kind
as
of like big women. I
as long
don't
as-
really like them, but hey, you
you have no idea.
I just don't know.
You don't know me well enough to know what I like yet. All right, man. All right, everybody. We're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys.
We are the Scotchy
I'm
Bourbon
Tiny.
Boys. And I'm Whiskey.
And we are going to be out. Remember, check us out on all the social media platforms. Check us out on all the podcast platforms. But remember, listen, like, comment, and subscribe.
Absolutely. Keep us coming back for more. We got some more great bottles sitting on the shelf waiting for you guys. Hopefully Tiny and I will be back in the next month or so for another marathon, and we'll have some pretty interesting stuff for you. I've been putting a few things back, so
All right. Remember, good bourbon
great friends.
equals good times.
This is the best bourbon and the best of friends right here.
Go out and live your life dangerously.
And you've been listening to WTTT Bourbon Extreme Marathon.
Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, but it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do, we're drinking every brew. Man, we talk some shit, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon Boys.